Hello. I guess I want to start off by saying happy birthday, Lucas. Today is your first birthday. I had a little idea that came across my mind. Kind of like I was a little struggling, like I'm happy that it's your birthday, but at the same time, everything last year was just a lot. And I didn't. I'm so grateful that we made it a year. And I guess it made me think about how many more years do I have, or any of that other stuff. So then I figured maybe I can start a tradition or do a birthday video for you. And then to keep myself accountable, I'll post it on social media. Hopefully you watch these things and you're way older when you get to watch these. But like I wrote a couple of notes because I don't want it to be that long. But knowing me, I'm kind of long-winded. It probably will be long, and I don't feel like editing because right now your dad's playing with you, and we're gonna try to sing "Happy Birthday" soon to you. But yeah, so we'll do it like this. I think I'm gonna do like 10 things about our year together, and that way you get an insight on me and what's going on in our life together. I would hope that I'm still here when you're watching these videos, but you just never know. So at the end of the day, at least we'll have this. And I got to spend the day with you today. We went to the Florida Aquarium, and that was fun. You giggled at the fishes and the turtle, and we bought you a turtle, a sea turtle. So I doubt you'll have this, but hey, anyway, 10 things about our year together. One, I guess I want to cover your birth. I'm sure maybe we'll tell you the story of it and everything like that. But you came 28 weeks. You came at 28 weeks, so you were early, like about 12 weeks early. Shocker. I want to say that I was scared out of my mind. Like, scared. Like, I didn't know what was going on. For the most part, most of my pregnancy, I didn't even really believe that. I knew I was pregnant, but like I was just kind of so worried that something bad would happen. And every appointment I went to, everything was going well. So the idea that randomly now my water broke, I was like, I just kind of knew something was going to happen. So I was in the hospital for a couple of days until September 9th. And you were not having it because there was basically no fluids left in me, and you were just kind of like, I'm ready to get out of here. Your heart kept dropping, so they wanted to get you out, and I was scared out of my mind because earlier last year I lost my brother, your uncle, and I kind of had to put my grief in a box because I wanted to like you to grow in an environment where I was kind of like happy or not like sad. And like it being September, my brother, your uncle, his birthday is September 17th. So the fact that my water broke and it was September, it was just so surreal because I remember the nurse saying, "Hey, you're going to have a Virgo boy." And I was like, I remember crying. It was like, my brother was a Virgo. And I think like at that moment I realized like, oh my God, like I have so much going on. Like I'm grieving, I'm pregnant, my water just broke. I'm like, what is going on? Does someone have a voodoo doll in New Orleans with my name on it? And yeah, so for the most part, it was scary. Had a C-section. They basically let me know like, hey, you probably weren't gonna cry because it's early, and they give me steroids for your lungs, and I just was terrified. I felt like I was gonna pass out. And then you were. You came out, and you were pouting, and you were swinging at the doctors. And then you cried, and I cried because I was like, oh my God, I didn't know I was holding a breath in, and like I kind of just sighed because I was like, okay, like when you cried, I was like, okay, you're okay. But like the funny thing about you pouting and swinging at them, I was like, oh, that's my kid. And everyone throughout the whole time was like, "You're a fighter. He's a fighter. He's a fighter." And I was like, "Yeah," because like I'm not even gonna lie. I felt like I didn't know why that was happening to me, and I just felt like they ripped you out of me because I was just like just a couple of days ago, I was just laying on my couch watching the Eagles game, and then my water broke. All right, so two, NICU life. Life in the NICU was a lot for me. And your dad were like up and down. Your dad worked from the NICU. He did all of like he was working from the NICU. I basically kind of lived there sometimes and would come and visit you. And I think in doing that, I think 2 weeks in, I started to feel pain, and then I had surgery. And long story short, with the NICU life, like we had amazing nurses. Teresa and Tracy were our favorites, and they basically kind of helped me come into being a mom and letting me know, like, trust my instincts. And I remember at the NICU, the time me and you kind of connected was you were crying. I guess they were trying to insert a central line or something in you, and your dad tried to hold your hand. They had this thing called a hand hug because you were like 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds, and we did like a hand hug. And during that, like, you just kept crying, and like I can feel like my whole like your crying got under my skin. I was like, it kind of shocked me because I was like, what is this? And then I just went to you and I kind of put my hand on you and I was like, you're okay. And you kind of like, not that you could see because you kind of look like an alien. I'm sorry. I'm not going to cut it out because I don't have time to edit. But you did. And you kind of looked up like this and like kind of like you recognized my voice. And I was just like, oh. And they're like, oh my God, he knows his mom. And I was like, I'm his mom. Like me. Like I'm someone's mother. Like that. So that was crazy. And 3 of our 10 things is our connection. Like your dad thinks it's funny. And I still think it's weird. I remember when you were in the NICU, we were leaving and he was wheeling me out because this was after one of my surgeries. And he essentially was like, your dad was basically like, hey, let's go. I was like, I think Lucas is crying. And I was like, I don't know, it's probably weird. Like, let's go. And he was like, no, let's go check. And sure enough, you were crying. And I want to say from that day forward, like, I can sense when you were crying. Like, the sitter was watching you once, and I went to Costco, and like some other random kid was crying. And I was like, I don't know if it's the random kid or what, but I think Lucas is crying. When I came home, they were like, you were crying for like 20 minutes. So basically, it's like that. Like sometimes you'll stare at me, you won't say a word, and you'll just give me a look, and I'm like, he says this, and I don't know where it comes from. Sometimes I feel like I'm making it up, but like sure enough, I usually am like spot on what you want, and it's kind of creepy because I didn't never think I would be that kind of mom or that have that connection. I thought that was TV shit, but like no, like we have it. Like it's crazy. Like I know when you wake up, you don't even have to make a sound. I'm like, oh, he's up, or oh, this is that, and I'm still kind of shocked that I can do that. 4, struggles. Honestly, if I'm gonna be honest, I feel like my pregnancy was robbed, and I kind of feel like your first year of life was robbed. Like, granted, like we have our moments, but like being that I was recovering from surgery, getting cancer treatment, I don't feel like I got like some of the things that other moms got to do. And I think that was like a struggle for me. Like I broke my ankle in February. Like on top of having cancer and everything like that, and recovering from a bowel obstruction and shit. I ended up breaking my ankle. We had to get a nanny to help me, and like it's just like I got these wraps to kind of carry you in a wrap, and I couldn't do that. Like it just I couldn't pick out my own formula. You had to drink NICU for like all the research and stuff that I put into it. I didn't get to do it, and that was just like so disappointing. But like I don't know. I don't want to take too much of the video talking about that, but like it was a true struggle. But like I feel like for whatever reason, as much as I struggled this year, I always felt like the one thing that was going right was you. You were like you're growing. You grew so tall from 2.5 pounds to what you are now. Crazy. And I always said, people would ask me how I'm doing. I was like, not well, but like, Lucas is doing great. And I'm like proud to be like at the end of the day, as fucked up, well, I'm cursing. Like, well, shit, you should be older listening to this, so mommy curses. But hopefully I stop so you won't pick it up. But yeah, but regardless, I think that was like the biggest thing for me is that you were always doing well. Like, and I don't think that you even, the things that I feel like I missed out on, I don't think that you even care. And I think that's why I have to keep telling myself that you don't care. But I care, but like I'm trying not to. But like you seem just happy, like being with me and holding me. Like sometimes I feel like you're a bit obsessed with me right now. I don't know. In probably another year or so, you probably can't stand me, and that'll be okay. Because I kind of figured you would like him, your dad, more than me. But for whatever reason, you still like him. But like for me, for whatever reason, like you're obsessed, and even in your sleep, you're like trying to find me. It's cute, but I'm tired. So 5, what you mean to me? So what I mean by what you mean to me is that I I grew up with PCOS, so I always knew it'd be probably difficult for me to have a kid. I always wanted a kid. I always wanted to be a mom. Like no matter what, I know I wanted to be a mom. But like to get pregnant and find out like a month or two after losing my brother, and then you coming early, and then the results of you, like all of that was a surprise to me. And but at the end of the day, I feel like this was a very tough year for me, and I think above anything else, you kept me my head above water. You kept me sane. Granted, being a new mom kind of added to me making me feel like I was insane, but like you kept me sane in a sense, like you're like my north star in a sense, like I, no matter what, no matter how, like I should be in a corner crying somewhere, but instead I'm like, well, Lucas needs a diaper change. Did he poop today? Did he eat today? Is it solids? Should I make this food? Should I do that? And I think like because my type A personality needs some sort of organization, and where my life is very chaotic right now, I feel like you breathe life into me in that sense of me keeping me focused and grounded in the now, you know? So that's what I mean by what you mean to me this past year. How you surprise me. The way that you surprise me is how well you're doing. I know I said that earlier, but that's number 6 is how you surprise me. It's like you were 2.5 pounds. Like your head fit in my on the palm of my hand, and like every step of the way, like you were breathing at 21%. Like no, that doesn't happen for a 28-week-old. Like even in the NICU, it was kind of like you were there because you were born early, but all the nurses kept, they all wanted to work with you because they were like, oh, this baby is so good or whatever. And like, long as you were fed, like you're like, hey, leave me alone, let me cook. Like you are like some, whenever you don't want to do something, you don't want to do it, but when you do it, you do it well. It's kind of like, yeah, you gotta get it from me. But for the most part, you're always surprising me, and like just how you pick up things fast, how resilient you are, like just always. Oh yeah, and back to number 4, the struggles. You have reflex, and that was a fucking killer. And just not being able to lay you on your back. I spent like probably 2-3 months sleeping on the lounger so you can sleep on me. So that was a very big struggle for me. And I think that maybe that's how we build our connection between skin to skin and you sleeping on me for like almost 2 months on the lounger. That was a lot. Okay, number 7. What you're like. Okay, you are like when you were in the NICU and stuff, they used to be like, oh, he's feisty, he's that. I was like, what does that even mean? They were like, no, he likes things his way, and that is who you are. Like you are someone who, if you don't like it, you're gonna let us know. Like you take your little fist and you slam it down and let me know. Like I don't like that. Or if you don't want your diapers changed or whatever, like you're not like like you're, for the most part, you're chill and cool, but like when it's something that goes against something that's your comfort, you're gonna let me know. You're gonna let us know. And it's funny because like when I was pregnant, one of the prayers that me and your dad used to do was saying like, hey, like God, please, like please give us a baby, that the spirit that inhabits our baby to be something that meshes well with us. And like even though it can be annoying when you want something and you won't let it, like let us live, I am kind of like proud. Like in my mind, I'm like, yeah, you tell us. You tell us you don't like that. Okay. Number 8, what I look forward to in the next year. In the next year, like right now, you're not walking, because you were born early, so you delayed in some of your mobility milestones. So you're in occupational therapy and physical therapy. So I look forward to next year seeing you walk, talk more. Right now, you're doing mama, dada, and like I like that. But like I guess I just want to see more of you. I want to see what it's like to just hang, because right now you just want us to hold you and like be in a mix. But I can tell that once you are mobile, you're not going to even F with us. You're going to be probably kind of like, get out of my room, leave me alone type of thing. And I'm gonna be, and even though it'll probably hurt my feelings a little, maybe I'm probably gonna be proud. Like that's right, you saw. Not don't say it to me, but do that attitude, because like I'm still me, and that shit's not gonna fly. What I want for your future. I guess this is the first year that I'm doing this, and I don't know how many years this will continue. I guess I'll tell you here and now, and I guess you can I'm not gonna watch it again, so I guess every time I'll make this my number 9, so then that way you can see every year what I'm saying. So right now, you as a 1-year-old, what I want for your future. What I want for your future is for you to be your own person, for you to be independent, and for you to get the most out of this life. It's not perfect. The world is weird. Like, a lot of traumatic shit happens. A lot of bad things happen. But I don't want that to kind of be who you are. Like, right now we know I have cancer. We don't know how long I have or not have or whatever. I could still probably be here when you watch this video. However, I don't want you to take whatever happens to me or may happens to your dad or something else and then be like a Kanye. You probably be like, I don't even know who the fuck Kanye is. And I hope you don't. Probably 30. Or, you know what? That's not fair. But I can't take it out. But let's act like I didn't say that. But I just don't want you to be something where something happened to my mom and my dad, so now I'm going to be a shit person. I would like you to be someone who live your own life, but don't ruin anyone else's life. I would want you to be, if you want to, I don't care if you want to be an AC person, a plumber, a doctor, or a lawyer. My only prerequisites for you is to own it. So if you want to be a plumber, own your own plumbing company. You're not good with numbers or running the business side of it, hire an office manager. Same thing if you want to be an AC tech. Same thing if you want to be a lawyer, get your own firm. If you want to be a doctor, get your own practice or something like that. And I say that because it's a lot in this world. Like I got laid off, your dad has gotten laid off, like the economy is unstable. You can't trust other people to be to make sure your life moves, or for you to have a certain type of money or anything like that. You have to create your own opportunity. So for what I want for you is I want you to do whatever you love, but make sure you're in control of it, not any other company, organization, or whatever stupid rule. Hey, you can't work from home, or hey, you have to work here, you have to work 60, 70 hours. You create whatever you want to create, but just make sure you work for it. Make sure you're in control of your own self, and not that you're depending on someone else, and that you have to do what other people tell you to do. So that's what I would want for your future. I want you to be independent of all of that bullshit that us adults have to deal with. Okay. Number 10 is know that you are loved. I guess one of the things that I want to stress and close this all out when I'm saying, look, I'm at 20 minutes, is that I want you to know that you are loved by me and your dad, and that no matter what happens in life, no matter where I'm at or where your dad is at, you were created in love and that you are loved. Like you saved my life, literally, physically, emotionally, everything. Without you, me becoming pregnant with you, you coming early, we wouldn't know about my tumor. We like I would just be walking around here, and even then, me now knowing that I have it, you being here, you being my North Star throughout this year, you had like you made me change in a way that I'm like trying to live life to the fullest and seeing who I am. Like I'm not the same person that I was a year or 2 years ago. I'm still in transition. I can't pinpoint who I am. By the time you watch this video, I'm probably going to be a totally different mommy than what I am right now. But I guess overall, I guess I want you to know that because of that, I loved you. So you don't have to search for any validation in life where you like looking for people to love you or trying to fit in or do all the crazy shit that some people, because there's a lot of people who are fucked up in this world, and that's because they're searching for something. I don't want you to have to search for anything. I want you to know that you were already born and created into something. I look at you and I think of that Little Fires Everywhere. It's a show where I'm not even going to explain what it is, but for the most part, the character that Kerry Washington plays, she used to tell her daughter, like, I made you from scratch. And like, I look at you, your skin, your bones, your eyes, and I'm like, I made you from scratch. Like, me and your dad's DNA made you from scratch. And at the end of the day, we love you and we want the best for you. And like, no one else defines you. Not the world, not social media, not a job or anything. Like, if you don't do anything in the world, you know that at whatever age you are right now, that you saved your mom's life. You made your mom a better person. You, like, by saving my life, you helped your grandma, your aunt, and all of, because I know that I'm loved. So all the people who love me, my friends, my family, they're appreciative of you because they know what you mean to me. So in extension, everyone loves you. I love you, and your dad loved you, and you were made from scratch. So, okay, I think that's it, and it's long, but I don't even really want to post this, but I'm gonna post it, and I'm gonna try to do it every year because I love you, and I want you to kind of get a sense of me. And like my last advice to you, and this is not one of the 10, is don't work on your birthday. I learned that from your grandma because she went to work one year and they fucked with her and she was never again. I think the last time I worked on my birthday, I was 18. I'm 35 now, and I will never work on my birthday. So I don't believe that you should either. Don't let anyone ruin your day. As far as I'm concerned, it's a national holiday. So your dad took off. I'm gonna take off. We're gonna always take off because when it's my birthday, your dad's birthday, your birthday, we're taking off. It's a holiday. Happy birthday, baby.